Secure the objective.
I'm just fucking with you. This gameplay's got commentary on it. What is going on, everyone? It's here again, and today for you, some Call of Duty Black Ops 2 playing some domination this time on the map. Nuketown 2025. We're using the MSMC for the first part of this gameplay anyway. I think if we switch off by halfway through, this is one of those games where, well, it's Nuketown. You know, there's tons of kills. There are more deaths than usual, but between myself and Foxhound, the number of kills that we get in this game, it's crazy. And just, 10 minutes of massacre, mayhem, destruction, which that's what Nuketown's all about, right? And I really hope COD goes to the map similar to Nuketown, which there will be. And if they have the rentable servers, then there's going to be plenty of gameplays on that game of, everyone running around on that small map. That's how it's going to work. But Pokemon X and Y came out 2 or 3 days ago. I really don't know the date. I wasn't really anticipating it. And then I started watching videos of it, and then I started reading people's tweets about it, mainly from Blue Bob and Wildcat and Pyro Puncher and pretty much anyone on YouTube that you might know that does Pokemon stuff. And I got pretty into it. I got sucked into the Pokemon X and Y hype train, which if you don't know, Pokemon, I grew up on Pokemon. I've done a couple Pokemon playthroughs here. Well, one PokeMMO here on NerosCinema, as well as Pokemon Fire Red and Pokemon Ruby, and parts of Pokemon Yellow and parts of Pokemon Soul Silver on Nero's Let's Plays. I've just been kind of raised on Pokemon. I had a Sega Genesis growing up where I would play Sonic the Hedgehog, and then I got a Game Boy Color, and that's where I started. Playing Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Red, Pokemon Yellow. I don't know how did I end up with all those games? Wasn't the cool part about elementary school was you were well, at least I was a recess hustler. I would go out there and you can get anything you want if you're in elementary school. You could. I used to be like a hustler when it came to Yu-Gi-Oh cards back in the day. I would have basketball practice after school. This was, mind you, probably 5th grade maybe. I don't know. I would go to basketball practice, and it was a long ride back to my house after basketball practice. We'd always stop at this gas station on the way. And you could buy a deck of Yu-Gi-Oh cards, like a starter deck, like the Joey deck or the Yugi deck or the... What was the one guy's name? Kaiba? Was that the bad guy with the blue eyes white dragon? Either way, you could pick up a starter deck for $5. And I'll take it to school the next day, sell it for $10, and just do that every single day. It was like a supply and demand kind of thing. I brought you this deck, you pay $5 extra. That's just kind of what I did. But yeah, back on topic, I was raised on Pokemon. I was raised on that kind of thing, and so I'm like, it's all I goddamn money. And I have a younger brother. He's 16, but he's my brother, and we always played Pokemon growing up. I'm like, I can't just buy myself a 3DS and Pokemon X and not get him one, or it just wouldn't work. So I bought 2 Nintendo 3DSs, Pokemon X and Pokemon Y. I gave him Y, I have X, and we started playing it yesterday. And it was so, for the love of gaming, fun to play that game. The 3D animations of that game of Pokemon X, and I'm just going to say Pokemon X because that's the one I play on. The 3D animations of that game are just fantastic. I started off with please don't get this wrong, Finnegan? I don't know. I don't know any of these new generation names. I don't. I'm more of a Generation 1 person, but I think Finnegan, either way, that's the fire starter. That's a freaking cool starter, right? I'm sitting there playing around with that. And last night I found myself in a Skype call with Wildcat and Blue Bob. My brother went to bed. He's got school. He's only 16. I was in a Skype call with Wildcat and Blue Bob, and we sat there playing Pokemon on our 3DSs in a Skype call for 5 hours, just giggling at how awesome this new game was and how the game really does a really good job of implementing Pokemon from every generation into every area. You go on Route 1, you'll find Pidgeys, you'll find, I don't know all the names of the new generations, why am I trying to name them? You'll find 10 different varieties of Pokemon, even just on the first route, and they will vary from every generation. It's a really fun, enjoyable game. The amount of money I had to spend essentially on myself, well over $200 just to play it, another $200 for my brother to play it, was almost justified just by one night of playing it. And it was so enjoyable to play. And that's what gaming is to me. I like it when gaming is something like that, where you are just so ecstatically happy with what you're doing and what you're playing and nothing else seems to matter in life. And that kind of goes into the videos I did where I didn't do any commentary. This past weekend, I did I think 5 videos of Call of Duty 4, which is, it's such a good game. It's such a good game. It came out in 2007. I realized that, if you were 16 when that game came out in 2007, then you're going to be 21 now. And so a lot of people that played that game at its prime, they may not necessarily actually still be around to it and still playing Call of Duty and still watching YouTube videos. So a lot of you, just by that logic and that line of thinking alone, probably weren't around for Call of Duty 4 and weren't able to play the game while it was in its prime. And doing no commentary on the video, I think made the videos better. I really think they did, and it was so enjoyable. I talked about it. I mentioned it on my Twitter that it was so enjoyable to read the comments on those videos. Probably 80% of them were just talking about the gameplay, talking about how much they love Call of Duty 4, talking about the gun I like or the gun I use and how much they like that gun, or suggesting other guns. They wanted to see gameplays. I did an M4 carbine video, and that was suggested by a subscriber, and I actually went out and played the M4 and got him a game. And there was people like, oh, do the MP5, do a Desert Eagle only. I really like watching you use the Desert Eagle. Do the R700. I know it's not as good as the M40, but it looks way cool. Just try the R700 out. And people were like genuinely interested in watching video games. And I feel as though YouTube isn't about that anymore. It's more about, it's a song and dance. For the most part, I feel as though YouTube is anyway. Everyone's always kind of looking for a gimmick when it comes to their channel. People are looking for or something other than just gameplay, whereas gameplay has to be the background, but they're looking for something other than gameplay at the same time to entertain them about the video. And I just love watching gameplay. I think it's honestly therapeutic watching Call of Duty 4 with no commentary, just listening to the sounds of the game. The sound of throwing a grenade, the sound of the soldiers calling out in the distance, the sound of each individual gun as you shoot it and as you play around with the game. Those were some of the best videos I think I've done, or at least in my opinion. Those are I made a lot of videos on YouTube. Not everyone's my favorite, but those Call of Duty 4 videos I made this weekend were probably some of my favorites. And it just goes back into the whole love of gaming thing. That's what it was. Usually, a lot of commentaries I do are topical, right? They're about an opinion on this, what they took out quickscoping in COD Ghost, or dedicated servers in COD Ghost and rentable servers, or I don't know, the government shutdown. I didn't talk about that, but just obscure topics that really aren't relevant to the gameplay or what you're actually watching on the screen. And I like gameplay. I like watching people play video games, watching people enjoy themselves playing video games. And I really enjoyed making those COD 4 videos. It kind of feels as though when I was playing Pokemon, that same feeling of just legitimately enjoying what I'm doing. And that's why, so many people, they thought that I was trying to preach a message within those COD 4 videos of some kind. And nobody was really sure what it was. And there was actually people debating and arguing and making, point-counterpoint arguments in the comments of those videos as to what hidden message was hidden within those COD 4 videos with no commentary. Is Nero making a statement about Call of Duty in the direction it's heading? Is Nero making a statement about, what was the other one? I don't remember what the other one was, but yeah, there's like these conspiracy theorists. And truth be told, YouTube hasn't been that great for me lately. I made that video saying I'm really glad to YouTube on my what if. But it's been weird, right? YouTube is such a confusing thing to figure out at times, and sometimes it makes you bitter. I did a video called, well, it wasn't called, it's called Origins, a zombie cinematic montage, and I took a 4-hour gameplay of Origins, the new zombie map for Black Ops 2, and I was playing that, and I compressed it into a 4-minute video, added cinematics. Every sound you hear in that video was individually, painstakingly put in by me. Every time you hear the soldiers call out, just me. I edited everything, and to take a 4-hour gameplay and compress it, I spent nothing short of 12 hours on that video, and it wasn't well received, and no one really liked it or even cared to click on it to watch it. And then, the other night at 11 o'clock at night, I posted a 1-minute long video with no commentary called Super Mega Awesome Auto Aim Death Cannon 9000, and that's got more views than that already, and it's been 2 days. YouTube's confusing to me in that regard. You never know what's going to happen. And if there was a single point, I guess, to be made about those COD 4 videos, is that I could spend 2 hours putting together a video and spending time getting the gameplay and thinking of a good commentary topic and doing my best, taking multiple takes of the commentary and just trying to make the best video I can. or I could just put up raw gameplay and lower the audio so it doesn't blow out your ears, and maybe throw in some color correction and be done. And the same amount of people are interested in the video. I don't know what that means. I've been on YouTube a long time, and it's confusing. I don't think you ever fully understand your viewer base and your viewership, and what people perceive you as. And you never know what video is going to go. You never know what videos people are going to enjoy, what people are going to watch, and it just goes back to do what you legitimately like to do. And I talked about it a while back. I wasn't posting nearly as much as I have in the past, and I think one of the reasons for that is I wanted to make it so the videos I'm posting are videos I want to make, the videos that I feel as though are entertaining to me as well as other people. And if I don't want to make video that day, I just won't make a video that day. That's how it went. And I want to make those COD 4 videos, and they went over pretty well for the most part if you actually read the comments. A couple of them were like, "Oh my god, this is so boring. Oh god, watching a video game, that's the whole reason I'm on YouTube, but someone else has to talk in the background to make it good." I don't get it, but I don't know, I like those videos. I legitimately enjoyed making those Call of Duty 4 videos. I liked playing it, I liked putting them up, and really, really liked reading the comments on those videos. Thank you guys for all the positive feedback you guys left on those COD 4 videos. I ran way over the gameplay on Nuketown, but it was a good gameplay, right? We got 80 kills, and Fox I think had 70 something. Every time we play on Nuketown, that's what it is. It's really fun and enjoyable. But for the love of gaming, boys, and possibly a girl or two, because I actually know there is a few females out there, I guess, that do what makes you happy. And that sounds cliche. Do what makes you happy, and then you'll be happy. But it's true. It really is true. Don't. Of course, there's things in life where you have to do things that you don't want to do. But if you ever have the option, just do what makes you happy, and never be ashamed of doing what makes you happy. Unless, of course, that is serial killing and child molestation. But yeah, I really liked making those videos, and I'm really liking Pokemon X and Y. And I wish I could make videos of it for you guys. I wish I could. People are wanting me to do a full playthrough of the game, and that requires me sending off my 3DS to some place out somewhere to have a capture card installed on it. And it just sounds like a bunch of work. I'm just going to play the game and enjoy it, and maybe talk about it now and again. But I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. Remember, leave a rating where you guys feel the video deserves. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful day.
I was banging 7 grand rocks, that's how I roll. I got one